Okay, so the purpose of this video is to talk about a conversation I recently had with a buddy of mine who, much like me, is very mission-driven, very goal-oriented. Someone who just realized their potential early on and has just kept going, just kept moving. Now, again, we met for coffee. It's been, I want to say about a week since then, and he turned to me during our conversation. He said, "Look, Troy, people are always singing my praises. I'm always getting pats on the back. I'm, respected by my peers. I hit my numbers. I hit my metrics. I'm getting promotion every year to every other year. But I got to tell you, I don't feel as fulfilled as you would think. From the outside, people might think I'm living a life. I'm super happy, but personally, that fire that maybe I had at the beginning of my career really hasn't been lit in a long time." So after listening to him for about 3 minutes, I realized that he was living a life that was more routine than one that left him fulfilled and kept him fulfilled at the end of the day, at the end of the year. So to that, I asked him two questions I asked myself some time ago, which really made me more purpose-driven, that's really made me careful about how I spent my time and my energy. And the first question was very simple. What does success look like to you uniquely? And the second question I asked him was, how will you know when you've achieved that vision of success, right? What type of systems will have to be in place? What type of people will be in your life when you've actually reached that destination? And to that, he went silent. This is a guy, like I said before, is a top thinker, a top performer, just a top person. And for the first time since I met him, he went silent. And that was a good thing, right? These aren't questions that you can answer in one sitting. It takes some time. But it was also telling, right? It told me that even someone at his caliber didn't take the time ever to really think deeply about those answers. And I think it's reflective of all of us, right? A lot of people, we kind of get our first job out of college, if we're lucky, a career job, and we kind of go with the flow. We don't really take ownership of our life. We just move on and do what feels right instead of doing what we want to do. The beautiful thing about answering those two questions is you'll be taking the first step in truly designing your own roadmap to fulfillment. And having such a roadmap is ever more important, especially in the age of social media, where people, again, they're paying too close attention to other people's timelines, and as a result, it's affecting their self-esteem. They're getting down on themselves, they're feeling bad about themselves, they're less optimistic. But the thing is, once you've crystallized where you want to go in life, you really mapped it out, you develop a type of tunnel vision. And you don't worry about what everyone else got going on. You start worried about what you've got going on. You start managing your own time more strategically. As a matter of fact, you start paying less attention to social media unless it serves a purpose for you. So if you're experiencing a similar fork in the road as my friend, I strongly suggest answering those two questions on your own. The first being, what does success look like to you uniquely? I don't mean your parents' definition of success. I don't mean your friend's definition of success. I don't mean pop culture's definition of success. What does success mean and look like to you? Secondly, how will you know when you've reached that destination? What type of people are in your life? What type of systems need to be in place? What type of income are you experiencing, passively or otherwise? And again, it's going to take some time to really get down on those answers. You might not get it done in one sitting. You might not get it done in a week. But again, the beautiful thing about answering those questions is at that point, you'll be running your own race. And I can tell you, once you start running your own race, it'll result in such mental clarity, because at last, you'll be walking in step with your purpose.